Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3. Last time around, we fought off the English, which sent in a new weapon, the rockets. And then we also fought off the Turks down in Greece at the Battle of something. And I went ahead and I did a turn in between the episodes, as to save time. The Turks send this guy Kismet to, or maybe that, I'm not sure if that's his name, or maybe Kismet is assassin in Turkish. Anyways, he attempted to kill Napoleon, but that failed. And so Napoleon will move back because the reinforcement troops have arrived. So first, I really want, you know what, I'm gonna re-establish the army, and we're gonna re-establish it around the Old Guard, and then we're gonna have the Old Guard Chasseur. Then we're gonna have these two new units. The I'm not entirely sure, the other Grenadier unit, I'm not entirely sure what these guys are. The Grenadier de la Mayonnaise, I want to call them, but that's not the correct term. Oh, they're split up like that. Ooh, strange. Right, then the flankers, because they are also Old Guard. And then after them, we want the sappers. Okay, so it messes up anyways. Okay then. Well, Napoleon, these guys needs to be in here. The big new cannon. The old cannon unit. How many rooms? 3 more. And we sent in the big cannon. Not entirely sure if it really needed a second one to that, because then it will have 15 cannons. Did he get the large? Yeah, he's got the large cavalry unit. What else could we put into this? Well, the Bardishan troops has been with him from the start. And then he's got another 2 room for these Fusilier. And then these guys will go ahead and join this army. And we got even more infantry turning up, which can join that unit as well. So Sol will get quite the force. And then Napoleon has a full stack with number of Old Guard units. Old Guards, Chasseur, he's got lots of good stuff. He's got a really big cannon, really big cuirassier unit. And yes, at the same time then, we'll move in these two to crush this Turkish army. This is laying besiege to Hungary. Nay, you know what? We'll move up Lan first, and then have Ney come in and destroy them in an outer assault, and then we'll have Ney march down, claim this bridge, and then move on to Belgrade, while Lan will move up to this bridge and try to secure Transylvania at some point. And then what we'll do is we'll have this force under Murat move out from Vienna and move down here to these other cavalry units, and then they are going to be joined up by these 4 Fusilier of the line, and I believe we recruited the Grenadier unit, which also will move up. I've moved the navy here because there's one more turn until these 2 80-gun ships will be ready. Up here, this force will move towards Paris, and then I've got 2 new Belgian cavalry units to join that. We'll have these 3 go ahead and join or be stationed in Caen to protect that. But we also have more of these Fusiliers on the way. They'll go to Paris first before we split them up. I think either we send them forwards, or we can set it up so there's 6 units of Fusiliers in each of these. There's a Russian navy laying siege. It's blockading my port. What do we have here? The Empress Dragoons, I believe. Regiment de la Garde Dragoon, the Imperial. I think they are the Empress Dragoons, which should be part of Napoleon's armies, and maybe Napoleon will go ahead and send away 1 unit of something to have these instead. So I think one of the heavy cavalry units will be sent off. Napoleon has killed so many as to even award himself a chevron. We've got some Austrians there. We're advancing along the Hungarian plains. It's all hunky-dory stuff. We managed to set up a what's it called? Spy network in Galicia. They're building up this, which will be good because that will be a good point then to replenish on our attack on Russia. But I'm not entirely sure if I shouldn't squash Prussia before we go ahead and venture further. And then last but not least, we have the force over here, which needs to advance first to take the bridge, which should be quite easy. Let's go ahead and autosave. Not that I think that we won't be able to succeed. We lost quite a few men though. 333. We're unable to reach the town, but we'll get damned close. And you know what? I'll send out the agent. We already know what's in there. I want the agent though to see. There's nothing there, and clearly there's nothing within range up here or anywhere. This is the closest reinforcements, but that's nothing. So I think the Ottoman capital could fall. Let's go ahead and end turn and see what goes down. So the Austrians continue to move along the mountains there, and they're moving constantly to try to get to Vienna. We have an opportunity to intercept, and we're gonna just take it and auto-resolve it and destroy that crappy force, because I've no... Oh, well, it looks... I was about to say Wellington. It looks like... what's his face? You know, the Prussians have a lot of troops. There was 3 stacks down there. It looks as though... not Wellington. Nelson. Oh! The Greeks are sending out a force to protect their bridge. Good for them. Oh, the Dutch navy was sunk by the Russian navy. Oh, they go out to meet us in a battle. And it's heavily in favor of theirs. They have a lot of cavalry as per always. But I will beat them, and I will conquer Constantinople. Let's go ahead and play the battle. The Battle of Constantinople in 1806. Jean-André Massena is attacked by Emir Deden. And we'll see how this goes. We'll play this defensively with squares and lines and stuff. I have a new plan for Massena's army. This hill right here will be the center of my defense. We'll place the cannon right there. Canister from start. Then it's going to be flanked by these 2 units in square. And then to the side of those units, there's going to be lines. And then that line is going to be flanked by a square. That wasn't a large square. Do I have a bigger unit? By a square. And so on. And then we'll have a line unit in between there. And then that will be flanked by a square. It becomes smaller and smaller the further out we go. Do I have I have a few more units here. A few more line units that I can use. So the larger one will be be square. And then we can have this one, I think, in its full glory. And then the square next to that. And this one will be a square just maybe behind the cannons. Right there somewhere. No, we can have it like that. So it won't fire directly to the cannons, but it will be there to protect it. And then behind this, we will have the howitzers. And to the flank, to be moved up once combat has started, we'll have the voltigeers and stuff. So we'll have the Corsicans on that side. You know what? One on each. One on each. So voltigeers and 1 unit of Corsicans on this side. And then we'll have the same on this side. And general back there. Right, that's the plan. Defensive position. This will hopefully deal a heavy blow to the enemy cavalry. You know what? I said we were going to set canister from the beginning, but I'm going to do a round shot to start off with. See if we can get some of those cavalry bastards. Boom! Let's blow those cannons. Enemy howitzers. Enemy howitzers, of course, can do quite the damage to our squares.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
But are they firing round shots? Oh, there comes the explosive shots. Not too many men dead yet. The enemy is advancing. Look just how many troops they have in a single unit. 366 in a single unit. I want the howitzers to hold fire and then open up again, and then you will hold fire. Prepare canister. You know what? Fire canister already. Rip through that forest. We've got cavalry coming in on the sides. We're gonna move these guys back a bit. It's too dangerous for them to be out there when we've got 2 units of like 400 cavalrymen on that side. Supported by tons of infantry as well. Oh, they're closing in. My cavalry will come to their aid. They're moving in. You know what? I think they're going for this unit, so this one will form square as well. As many squares as we can. Go into line. Cavalry, you will advance. Oh, they're just overrunning that square. Heavy cavalry, strike. Light cavalry, strike. The square is breaking.
Our men are running, sir.
The enemy cavalry is just all over the place. Do not abandon the cannons. Get back on the cannons. Hold the lines. We're gonna need the general possibly over here. How's it going for the voltigeurs? There's a massive break on the Turks on this side. Possibly. Get back on the cannons. Oh, the square there is attacked. But it's being flanked by the voltigeurs. Good. Bloody cannons. I told you to... Oh, crap. The cannons are failing. This square has failed as well. It's gonna have to move back. That square is holding, but it's barely any men left. We're under heavy attack on this side. Can we get some artillery support on this side? The cavalry really has to break through all of this. Otherwise, because we really need them elsewhere at this point. Attack towards the center. The voltigeurs need to follow up. The squares and the lines are breaking apart. Get back on your cannon. Come on, cavalry. Inspire the men.
Sir, our general is under
Inspire them to great deeds. The men are holding there, but it's barely. The cavalry is sweeping the enemy aside. Nice, we're pushing the enemy back. Got massive cavalry unit out there. Let's get the remaining units into the center. Get firing! Support the cavalry! Force the enemy away. This unit still persists. It'd been fighting the grenadiers for quite a while. Let's get the voltigeurs up closer. Get rid of the enemy. Let's get these voltigeurs up closer as well. To deal more blows on this unit. And then have the 42nd unit move in to start dealing heavier blows on that side. The cavalry has lost a lot of men. I'm not entirely sure how long they will hold on for. This grenadier unit needs to form into line to face off with the enemy. These guys will form into as thin lines as possible. We're gonna need another line over there. The general's gonna move back. We are bombarding this cannon unit that's moving out there. The cavalry is broken through. The heavy cavalry will turn on the unit. The two light units will turn around and come back on this side where we still have enemy units to deal with. You're gonna come a bit... Yeah, you're already firing. Good. But you're gonna come closer. the heavy cavalry is exhausted. But they got a high number of chevrons. These guys are about to break, so let's bring them back into the center. Get the cavalry, get the heavy cavalry to charge those men. We need the Voltigeurs up closer. The heavy cuirassiers are about to give way. There's no point in telling them to retreat though, because as soon as I do that they will flee. So we might just keep them in there and fight for as long as possible. We are dealing to the blow. We are dealing blows to the enemy all over. The thing is, even after this battle, we're gonna have to deal with all the kind of whatever kind of crap units they have left in their town. Form square. Form square. We got Tatars coming in. And they're broken. Let's send the cuirassiers back. This unit should give way soon. I'm concentrating artillery fire upon it. Plus it's being fired upon by 2 of these Voltigeur units. Should be plenty enough to destroy them. I think most enemies are breaking apart, so we'll concentrate on the enemy artillery. The Voltigeurs will lead the attack through the center. They'll go into the forest. And then the remaining units will form line behind them. The light cavalry will go ahead and chase down that cannon unit. Ooh! While our cannons continue to bombard their cannons. It's going to be difficult, if I did not already say that, to continue this. After we've won this, we need to continue on and attack Istanbul. This unit needs to be a bit more spread out. I think we're gonna advance these guys already. You know what? We're probably going to do a lot more useful. It's going to be a lot more useful to bombard the enemy general's unit. The light cavalry almost broke just attacking this stupid cannon. Hopefully not too many Ottomans manage to get away from this and back into town.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Hurry! Which unit is it? Everyone but the grenadier unit can form square. Once their cannon is gone, I imagine they will go ahead and attack us. Oh, the grenadiers are breaking just being close to the area. Run back to the general. Light cavalry can sweep those guys away. And the rest of our units will just form squares around all over the place in anticipation of the enemy cavalry attack.
And must rest a while.
Even the light cavalry are more or less, they cannot move at all. Given the amount of shots I've fired at the enemy general units, you would think they would have lost more men than just 14 with the amount of howitzer shots that I've laid on them. Let's make sure that none of those cannon crew make it back to Constantinople. Are they attacking now? Or are they just gonna sit there and let the squares slowly whittle them down? Oh, these guys do have rifles. Or muskets. So they could possibly fire back. Yes, they are going to. And they're gonna fire at this one.
Our men are running, sir.
And they made that square run away. But they're going to break in the process as well. And that means we are victorious. Heroic victory. Funds are deducted from your treasury at the beginning of each turn. Blah 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 blah. Ah, great, it crashed. So, as you might have noted, the battle actually crashed, but I was able to replay it because I autosaved, and here are the results. But quite a sizable force remains in the town, which is obviously not very good. And these guys go ahead and chase. There we go. Chase my trade navy. Oh. It looks like we might end up in a situation similar to the one that Davos faced for, but this time for Messina, because there's a lot of Turkish troops on the way towards the capital. Ah, we have advanced, and we now know the metric system. Agent, got away. This bastard. Let's see if we can duel him, shall we? How about this guy? 50% chance. Dueling results. They dress a bit unfashionable for the time. I never really understood who's who here. Are you supposed to rout for the guy in red? Or yes, I imagine you're supposed to. Which means that John Rapp survived the duel. How about Henry de Saint-Simon can go ahead and duel this Portuguese guy? Although then the natural. Yeah, the Portuguese, they are naturals. No, what I mean to say is that they are neutral. They might be natural as well. The navy is now boosted, and we can see about taking it out on the high seas to attack the Ottomans. or at least to aid the trade navy to be stationed close to it. But I'm not entirely sure what the Turks have, so I want to investigate that a little bit further. Obviously, I want my navy possibly to come in here to save Masena from destruction. Now, I could go ahead and push forwards, but I don't think we actually attacked it well enough. So what we can do is we probably can bypass all of it by attacking here, but of course we're going further into enemy territory by doing this. I force you to surrender, and we could take it, but we can also liberate it, which we are going to do, giving us a safe haven for Masena. And now he can sort of ish go ahead and possibly link up with Ney, which is marching down to crush the Turks at Belgrade. But this gives us a free haven, as I said, and I'm not entirely sure how long the Romanian nation will survive, but that's that. And I'm gonna send the spy down to set up a network down in Constantinople. And what else did I have? Yes, Lan was advancing, but seeing as snow has come, he's gonna have to sit here, and then we can see about advancing on the Austrians. We got Napoleon over here with his new army, ready to smash this smaller force, out to resolve it. And they are gone. Napoleon will set up in Vienna. And then we got the new army here under Jean Sol that will advance to protect Budapest. And then let's see, we've got this force here, but I want them to link up with the line infantry before they go ahead and strike the Austrian force. Do we have anything more? I think we have a cannon also on the way. No, we got grenadiers. Are we sure? Yeah, there we go. There are cannons on the way as well. But it will take a while for them to arrive. The grenadiers we won't link up with. Instead, we'll go ahead and smash this. And we stand victorious. Which means that I can finally go ahead and repair all of this. And we don't have to worry about the enemy coming around burning all of it all the time. Then we're gonna we're gonna send a cavalry unit, a single one, down here just to push the navy out of that port. Push them out so we can sink it or take control of it. So we got Ney here, we got Lan, we've got Napoleon. Napoleon's gonna sit here for a while because I don't think we have good replenishment rate for the elite units anywhere but in Vienna. Has anything else been recruited out here in the side areas? When is this? 3 turns until this is done. This army, where are we gonna set this one up? We got 2 more cannons coming in. We need to think about the Prussians. You know what? We can build a new army here to be sent forward. So we got up front. We got Messina, we got Ney, we got Sol, we got Napoleon. So we got 4 in this area plus the smaller army under Murat. So we got 4.5 ish. Oh, there's yeah. Oh yeah, that was the one that was supposed to join Napoleon's army. And then we have a possibility of yet another army being built with all these troops. I think I've built so many I've built so many line infantry regiments that I can no longer build them. And yes, someone said there was a special unit down here. that I missed. But I'm not... Is it cavalry unit? Or is it a line infantry unit? This one is a special unit, but we can't build it. Then there's the cavalry unit. I think this one's special. I don't think I can recruit that maybe in the capital. Or maybe, yeah, I could. So yeah, that's not special. Then it might have been... No, I don't think there was a special unit here. Maybe it was, but I can't recruit it anymore. Maybe I recruited somewhere else. We've got 7 turns left for the Museum of Napoleon, which will enable some other troops, or maybe I already have them. And then Arc de Triomphe, which will give me 2 Lancer regiments, the 6th Lancer regiment, and just the Lancer regiment doesn't have a number on it. Let's see, what else can I do? Well, we need to switch the... So this one is... we need more military stuff. This one's not very good at military. So maybe we'll go... Yeah, I could do maybe joint stock company. Construction of industrial buildings. Steam engine. I think we need interchangeable parts. But that is gonna take a... So maybe steam engine. An early steam engine could be good for this. And then we have 1 until the field ambulance is done, which will increase replenishment rate, which is good. Oh yeah, the last thing of course here is that we need to establish some trade with Rumelia. They demand... You know what, they're feeble. They're gonna die as a nation if we don't give them any money. So, yeah. You are my protectorate and I will trade with you. The Turks are probably gonna declare war on them, but it's gonna take enough time, hopefully, for me to skedaddle out of there. And I think next turn we'll have Ney advance here and hopefully it'll drag in the Turks and destroy them at Belgrade. And we've sort of cut the Ottoman Empire in 2, or at least the European part, because the Asian part is not available. But they have lost the Greeks, and they've lost Romania. This probably would be the start of like an uprising all over the place here to overthrow the Ottomans. So a lot of nationalism is started up by Napoleon as he goes through there and creating nations, which might be a problem if I want to control that area later on, but more in a roleplay kind of way, not in a game type way. It doesn't really affect. But anyways, I think we're gonna go ahead and end it right there. So, hopefully you enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!